Okay, let's try making this video again. Um, Somebody wanted to know how to patch the Nobara kernel or how to patch the Fedora kernel for that matter. We're going on the Nobara kernel because somebody wants to know how to patch it with some Mac patches. So let's just go ahead and go over that. First thing you're going to need is the source RPM from the kernel. So we're at the Nobara 39 copper repo. We're going to look up kernel. 6.6.9 is the one that we want. Go here, download the source RPM file. Okay, wait for that. I should have it already open because I was working on it. Nope, it's not that one. It is this one. Okay. So after you download it, you can actually open it with like Arc or File Roller, whatever you have, whatever you want, right? And let me clear this. Clear. We're going to make a new folder here. We're in our home folder. Create new folder. New kernel. Really? Did I not delete it? Okay, I didn't delete my previous one. Let's try this again. New kernel. Alright, now we're going to grab all of this shit and drag it into the folder. Boom. Okay, that's done. So, what patches do we want? The person wanted... I have a gazillion windows open here, so let me find the right one. That one's not it. T2 Linux. Okay, so the ones that they wanted were Linux T2 patches, which is right here. So we're going to clone this in a separate folder. Open up a terminal in our home folder. Let's make this big. Git clone T2 Linux. All right. Go in here. CD Linux T2 patches. There's a bunch of patches in this folder, and the easiest way to apply them is just to cat them all into one big patch. So first, let's do cat star.patch T2 Linux.patch. So boom, now it's all in one big folder. And now we can move. Let's go up a directory. CP Linux T2 patches, T2 Linux.patch into our new kernel folder. Let's go into our new kernel folder and go into it here. Find our spec sheet. The next thing we need to do is actually add that to our spec sheet. Okay, so first find where all the other patches are. Control F, .patch. There's our Fedora patch. Here's all the other patches that we add. And at the very end, but before this Linux kernel test patch, is where we need to add our last one, our T2 patch. So we'll add a new number for it. 5 T2 Linux.patch. T2 Linux. Okay, and then there's another section where it actually takes this patch and applies it. So let's go, again, copy that. And we're going to look for the line apply optional patch. Okay. There's where it defines the function for apply optional, and then here is where it applies all those patches. So again, go to the bottom, right before Linux kernel test. We're going to add our T2 Linux patch. T2 Linux. Now, notice all of these other patches are applied before our T2 Linux patch. So we need to make sure that when we apply this patch, it applies cleanly and that it doesn't have any mess ups or need any rebasing, which it's going to need rebasing. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to save this. And next we need to go to kernel sources, which is Linux 669 right here. Open Arc, open with whatever. Again, file roller, Arc, what have you. And we're going to extract this here. No, wrong. It's going very slowly. It's just taking its sweet time right here. Okay, that's done. Let's go into that folder. Open a terminal here, and we're going to turn this into a Git repository. Git init. Git add all. Wait for it again to add all those files. Okay, git commit m, initial commit. Okay, now we need to apply a Red Hat patch first. Patch np1. Okay, git add all, git commit m, rh patches. Okay, next is where we need to add all those patches. Now, the problem is we have a gazillion freaking patches. Like if I go to cat star.spec grep apply optional grep patch, there's a bunch of freaking patches, okay? So we need to get this list in the order that it's in, and we need to take out some of the ones that we don't need. So we're going to expand on this grep a little bit. We're going to, once we expand it, we're also going to do a for loop. So grep optional, grep patch, grep v pound sign, grep v red hat, grep v Linux kernel test. I'm messing it up. We need to put some quotations and backslashes in some of these. How about that? There we go. Okay. Now, oh, we also need to awk. So this will get our second column. Print 2. Okay, there's our valid patches. We also need to take our T2 Linux patch out because we're going to do that last. Grep v T2 Linux. Okay, there's our big freaking command. That is our list of patches that we need to apply. So we need to make a little script with a for loop for that. Copy that command. And vim patch apply.sh bin bash, paste our commands, make it a variable. And we're going to turn a for loop into this. I have to look this up because I'm terrible with for loops in bash, and I have to look up the syntax every time, otherwise I'll screw it up. Bash loop syntax. Okay, here's our syntax here. Copy this. Copy. V. Delete. Pastorino. And we're going to do patch np1 output. Delete. Okay, save that. That'll apply all of our patches. Chmod X on the patch so that it'll actually apply. And we'll do cd into our Linux folder. We need to move that first. So cp patch apply 6. There. Okay. So we're back in our Linux 669 Git folder, and we're going to do patch apply. sorry, I gotta fix this. Vim patch apply because we were up a directory. Wherever it says. There. Since we moved it, we have to go up a directory when we're adding the spec sheet, so there, that should do it. Now, there we go. All of our patches leading up to our T2 patch have been applied. Okay, make sure there's no failures. There shouldn't be because I already rebased everything else. All those are applied. So we're going to do... Now let's... We'll move that back to our main directory for now. And then we're going to git add all. Git commit m pre-patch. Okay, there's our patches. Now we'll apply our T2 Linux patch. Patch np1 to Linux. And we'll need to go through here and see if there's any failures. 2 out of 5 hunks failed here. Okay. What else? And 1 out of 3 hunks failed there. Let's make a new text file with just these failures so we know where to look. What else we got? Any other failures? 1 failure here. And that's it. Okay, so we got 3 failures to fix in our rebase. We will close out of this for now. Go into our actual folder. Go to each of these and we need to fix each one. Driver, staging, makefile.reject. Drivers. Staging. Let's see where it failed on makefile. And let's detach that. Okay, we can see there was 1 more added here. Copy this. Go here, add it to the bottom, hit save. That should fix that one. Oh, did I not save it? Oh, it's asking about the other 2. Okay, close that. We can delete these 2. Next, what's the next one? Drivers, HID multi-touch. HID, multi-touch. Okay, there's our reject file. We can delete the original file. Let's open, or the .org file. Move our reject file to a new window so we can see what's going on. Shorten this one a little bit. Okay, this is 23, 24, so we need to add this again as 25. 25. And go down here. 14, we need to re-add this as 15. And then this bit, oh shit, there we go. This was changed a little bit, which is what I'm looking for. copy this because I feel like, because I rebased this before and it was there was something that they changed. Anyway, we're gonna remove that for now, as per this rebase here. What was that? What's the last part on our rebase? We fixed that one. 1 of 3 chunks failed. We fixed this one. Oh, it's down here. Okay. We had a couple in the multi-touch. Okay. So we had 3 that we just fixed in multi-touch. We fixed all of those. Okay, so hit save on that. And now we need to go back to our main 6.9 folder. Open terminal. Get status. Make sure there's no reject files. Yes, there's one here. RM. Before you make patches out of modified sources, you want to make sure you remove any reject or org files. So that's what I'm doing. Get status. All right, that looks good. Git add all. Git commit m. T2 Linux. Git format. Patch head 1. Okay, and then we're going to just pipe the output of that back into our original T2 Linux file. Cat. There. Now our patch is rebased. That's the hard part. The easy part now is just compiling. So we'll go back to our main folder. And fedpkg release 39 star.source.rpm. Oh. What did I break? Oh. Oops. Why am I drawing a blank here? That's why. I wasn't remembering the command correctly. So, here you go. It's been a long day. SRPM, that'll generate your source RPM spec sheet or source package. Okay, so now we have a new one, right here, and now we run mock. History, grab mock, clear, paste. So just going over what this does. You want to have the mock package installed, and you need to have your user added to the mock group. So I've already done that, but for those that don't know, it's once you install the mock package, it's just user mod ag mock user, and then you'd have to relog in. But for the sake of short time, let's go ahead and run this. We need to make sure that it patches correctly and that it doesn't have any extra configs needed. As far as I know, I think the Mac actually needs some extra configs added too. So it should spit out an error and tell us to do that. Okay, so it patched correctly. We can see it went through all of our patches up here. It should be way up here. Yeah, see, here's where it did all of our patching. Okay, and then it gets down here. After it patches, it tries to apply the configurations, and it says, hey, we found some configurations that you need to set. Basically, what happened is we applied those Apple patches, and there's some configurations that they add. So you need to add them to your configuration. So what we do is we go back to our kernel folder, and we open the kernel x86-64 Fedora and kernel x86-64 debug Fedora files. And lucky for me, I already have the configs up. So we'll add these at the bottom. Save on that. Go to the bottom here. Save on that. Hit save. Make our package again, which is, again, the fedpkg command to regenerate our new kernel, or our new source RPM. And we'll hit mock again. And this time it should start building the kernel. And I need to exit out of Slack. Okay, there goes all of our patches. Now it's applying our kernel configurations. Looks like that went through. And now it's compiling. Hooray! Alright, so the next step here is just to wait for the build to finish. On a fast system, it'll probably take 30 minutes, maybe. A little more, a little less, depending on how fast your system is. For the sake of time, I'm just going to cancel this. When it finishes, it's going to put all of your files in this folder here, this varlib mock Fedora 39 result folder. Okay, so you're going to want to do move, copy that, paste, and then just that. And then it'll put the result folder in there. You can cd into the result folder. Then you do sudo dnf update .rpm and hit enter, and then that's it. That allows you to install your new RPMs. So I know the rebasing bit is a little bit long. That's the hardest part of this. You can, if you already have a patch that you know applies and doesn't interfere with anything else, you can skip the whole rebasing process. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully it helps you out.